The first weekend of spring racing is here, and the stable has a very busy day at Ramwick on Saturday. The Group 2 Furious Stakes is the second leg of the Darley Princess Series, and you and Gai have four runners in the race, including Group 2 Silver Shadow Stakes winner Autumn Ballet. How has she come on from her recent win?
Excellent. I feel she's shown nice improvement from her first up run, which was to be expected. She looks in great order going into the second leg of the series here. She's drawn well once again to hopefully get the run of the race and seems in really good shape.
You'll also be saddling up Platinum Jubilee, Amazonian Lass, and Summer Loving in the same race. What can you tell us about their chances?
I think Platinum Jubilee's really improved for the first up run. She just peaked on her condition late, but certainly shown the necessary improvement and is a class filly. Amazonian Lass was excellent from the back of the field. She's a filly that's going to continue to improve over further throughout the campaign and seems right on target throughout the series. Certainly one to follow later in the campaign. Summer Loving also equally impressive from the back of the field. She had an awkward draw last start and gave them plenty of head start, but I thought she was very honest to the line. If she can hold her position closer to the speed this time in, certainly feel she can be very effective.
Huyamal will make his highly anticipated Australian debut in either the Chelmsford Stakes over a mile or the Tramway Stakes over 1400 metres. This European import by territories came second in the English Derby and has put in two encouraging trial performances to date. Are you excited to see him step out for Sir Owen Glen and Connections on Saturday?
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing him return. This is his first run for quite a while. Importantly, his first run as a gelding. I think that's been the makings of him. He's been settling beautifully in his trials and in his work. He's obviously a very high class horse with plenty of upside. We're yet to see the best of him in Australia, but I think he'll make his presence felt on Saturday, and really looking forward to what he's got in store this preparation.
Group 1 winners Major BEEL and Knight's Order will line up in the Group 2 Chelmsford Stakes. Major BEEL went first up in the Group 1 Wink Stakes a fortnight ago and will enjoy the step up and trip to a mile. Knight's Order has trialled twice leading into his first up run and will jump from barrier 6 with Rachel King in the saddle. Looks to be a competitive race. Are they both in with a chance?
Yeah, certainly both going to improve off their runs. Knight's Order won this race 12 months ago. He was first up under similar conditions. Any rain around will only continue to enhance his chances. He's trialled nicely going into this, but obviously just trialled like a horse that's going to appreciate further later in his campaign. Major BEEL second up after an honest effort in the Wink Stakes. He was caught wide, covered a bit of ground. He's going to appreciate the step up to the mile, but equally probably still looking for a little bit further this preparation. But I feel he's trained on nicely. Expect him to be competitive.
Just Fine is another European import who is making his debut on Saturday for My Racehorse and Connections. He's a 6-year-old gelding by See the Stars, and he looks a picture ahead of the benchmark 94 handicap over a mile. His recent trial performance was very encouraging. What is your plan with him this preparation?
He looks in really good shape going this first up run. Obviously, we'll learn a lot more about him after Saturday's race. No doubt he'll continue to appreciate further in time, but he's looked particularly impressive and sharp in his trial. So I think that'll help him first up over the mile. He's certainly forward enough for that distance, and I think he can be very competitive for his first up.
Serpentine will step out in the listed Lexus CTC Cup over 2,400 metres with Regan Bayliss in the saddle. He'll jump from barrier 12. Are you happy with how he's been ticking over since his last run in the Group 2 Q22 at Eagle Farm in June?
It's been a while between runs. He's certainly going to appreciate the benefit for this most recent outing on Saturday. I feel his most recent trial was very encouraging. He's a horse that looks to be in good shape. He's retained a certain amount of residual fitness from his Queensland campaign, but really pleased with him. He has bigger goals later this campaign, so just looking for a nice competitive run from him on Saturday.
Military Mission came second in the Group 3 Premiers Cup a fortnight ago, and he will look to go one better this weekend. You have a couple of options penciled in for him, including the listed Wyon Cup on Friday or the listed Lexus CTC Cup on Saturday. Which option are you leaning towards?
At this stage, leaning towards the Lexus Cup on Saturday. I think the nice big track at Randwick will be suitable for him. That distance as well, I think he'll appreciate in time. A little bit of rain around. He enjoys the sting out of the track. I thought his second up run was certainly very, very encouraging. He's open to improvement off the back of that, but appears to be right on target this preparation.
For Valor, looks ready to go for his first up run over 1200 metres after winning his recent trial at Warwick Farm in impressive fashion. Are you happy with him ahead of Saturday's race?
I'm certainly pleased with the horse overall. 1200 metres is usually traditionally short of his best, and he is a horse that improves off his first up run. So, expecting a similar pattern from him this preparation, but I feel he's in good shape.
Turns to the races in the Group 1 Memsey Stakes at Caulfield with Tim Clark in the saddle. This multiple Group 1 winning son of All Too Hard looks to have come back in fantastic order this preparation. Are you excited to see what he's capable of this spring?
Yeah, always excited to see Alligator Blood back in racing, particularly in these Group 1 weight for age races. He appears right at home here at Caulfield. He's in good shape leading into this race. He's had a nice build up. His trials have been impressive, and he's settled back into the Flemington stable in really good shape. So, going to be a great contest for him. First up here, give us a good gauge on him this preparation, but I feel he's come back as well as ever.
Coincide is on a winning spree at present, and fingers crossed he can keep his owners in the winner's circle on Saturday in the Group 3 McNeil Stakes over 1200 metres. He will jump from barrier 4 with Jordan Childs in the saddle. What type of race are you expecting him to run?
Obviously, he's stepping up in grade here from midweek company, but he continues to improve at each occasion. I thought it was a really tough and honest victory from him there last start. Looks to get the right conditions in terms of the draw, the tempo of the race. Hopefully he can find control, and I think that'll really suit him.
Sir Lucan looks set to go first up in the listed Heatherley Stakes over 1700 metres. He was third in his recent trial behind stablemate Alligator Blood and Group 1 winner Montefilia. What races will he be targeting in Melbourne over the spring?
He's down there for a specific target this weekend, the Heatherley Stakes. I think it looks a lovely race to kick him off in. Most likely following this run, he'll return to Sydney. He's on a Metropolitan Path for the immediate sort of future, but plenty of nice options for him over the carnival. But this looks to be a really nice starting point.
North Star Lass heads to Wyong on Friday to contest the listed Mona Lisa Stakes for Trish Burke and Connections. She gets the blinkers on and will enjoy the step up and trip with Tim Clark in the saddle. Are you confident she can return to the winner's circle?
I was slightly disappointed with her first up run, but I certainly feel she had excuses. I feel she finds more suitable conditions here. The blinkers, I think, will just sharpen her up that little bit. The added distance here is more of what she's looking for, and I feel she'll be much better suited at that tempo. I think she'll handle the Wyong track. She's a class horse of the field, so if she can get back to her best and show improvement from her first up run, well, then she's certainly going to be hard to beat.
A Lot of Lip is a promising 3-year-old filly by Exceed and Excel who will make her debut at Hawkesbury for Aussie Current Connections in the 3-year-old maiden handicap over 1,000 metres. She's shown a great turn of foot in her 2 trials to date. Is she good enough to break her maiden at the first time of asking?
Yeah, she's a very sharp filly, plenty of natural speed about her as we've seen in the trials. I think the 1,000 metres is a lovely kick-off point for her. Nice big track like Hawkesbury will really suit her and her racing pattern. She looks to be in good shape going into this race, so expecting a nice forward performance first up.